In this video, I'm gonna attempt to make something ridiculous. I wanna make a custom nozzle for my 3D printer that's also a frying pan. We all had that moment when we were printing something and suddenly wondered, hey, why this printer can't fry eggs while I print my Benchy, right? No? You never thought it's a feature missing in 3D printers? Weird. I wanted to cast the nozzle and the pan in iron. I know, it's a horrible material for the nozzle because it needs to transfer heat very good like brass, but on the other hand, it's great for the eggs. I printed it in 2 pieces to avoid using supports. That's the cool thing about metal melting. Because I'll cast it in metal, it doesn't matter. I can just join it and it will be the same thing. Let's hope it fits. Maybe I need to adjust my tolerance. Oh, it's okay. Right, so we have a nozzle, we have a very small pan. I need to make it come out a little bit more because otherwise it's gonna be on the way and the printer will not work properly. That's super long. It looked like it's gonna work, so now it's time to reprint everything in translucent PLA. So here I have my both printers printing the nozzle. This one is printing the pan part of the nozzle and this one is printing the nozzle. This Prusa printer has 0.25mm nozzle. I bought it recently because I always wanted to try it out and boy, it's worth it. If you're doing lost PLA casting and you need some details, what a great investment, 0.25mm nozzle. I'm printing translucent filaments because, as I always say, they burn out much better than a colored PLA filament. Because colored PLAs can leave some residue. Not always, some colors might work, you need to try, but some are horrible. And I have a perfect example. Yesterday I decided to try out one of the colored PLAs I had. This was yellow PLA Pro, which means there was something added to it, and it was just horrible. It didn't want to drip out, and I stopped the burnout because I knew that by that time, if I would have used a translucent filament, it would have already, all the plastic would be already in the tray, but it wasn't. And so I stopped the burnout because I knew that it will not burn out properly and it will leave residue. So translucent PLA is the way to go. Most of FDM 3D printers use an 0.4mm nozzle, which means there's a hole that's 0.4mm in diameter, and that's tiny, at least when it comes to metal casting. In this case, the easiest way to do it would be ignore that hole and then drill it later. But there's another method I like to use sometimes, and that's graphite pencil cores or pencil leads. You put it inside of the hole, and then when you burn out the mold and you pour metal, you'll end up with a lead inside of the hole that you can easily drill out or use some other methods to get it out. But it's already there and you don't have to break a sweat. It's super easy. So now I'm just gonna break it inside, hopefully, if I can. Okay, I can't. I'll need to do it differently then. I was hoping I'll be able to break it and that's it. Okay, I did. Okay, I did. Awesome. I didn't print the tip because it was easier to make it with wax. And I also used the wax to cover the joints. I made the mold the usual way, silica sand mixed with sodium silicate. This time I covered the top portion of the mold with aluminium foil. But why? Well, that's because graphite, similar to silicon carbide, can also absorb microwaves and heat up. So if you use a graphite pencil core for holes, to make holes, and you use a microwave kiln, you can basically cook your mold or mess it up. So you need to block the microwaves. And the way you do it is just use aluminum foil. You make some holes in it and just cover all the mold. Now, because I have never tried it with sand molds, I only covered a small portion of the mold, the closest to the magnetron, and for the rest of the process, I didn't use any foil.
Then I burn it out in my microwave kiln.
So, I need around 300 grams of cast iron. 334.
I used my double magnetron microwave to melt the iron. This time I didn't burn out the mold completely. Usually I prefer to burn away all the blackness so the mold is only the sand color. But this time I didn't. Sometimes it works. Now it's time to see if he succeeded in casting the hole. And by the way, I used an 0.7mm graphite because I didn't have 0.4, so the nozzle is a little bit bigger. Oh yeah!
To save time on cutting off the sprue, I thought I'll make a cut and just break it off with some hammer. It's cast iron, it's brittle, but I had to be smart. I was not going to hold the pan by the handle part or the nozzle part, the long and thick portion. I'm gonna hold it by the thickest pan part so the nozzle wouldn't break off.
You only had one job, and you messed it up.
So I made another nozzle. Not too bad. Obviously it's not all polished. Who cares?
So there is one issue from many, I suppose. I can't really tighten the nozzle, because if I do, originally it was supposed to be in this position, but because I sanded away too much material, now it's somewhere here and it's just gonna hit the printer. So hopefully it's not gonna leak. So now when it's ready, do I think it's gonna work? Well, probably not. Here is super hot, but somewhere around here I can hold it and the pan is just warm. Let's see if we can level it. The nozzle is much lower, I don't remember. Is it going to detect it automatically or not? Oh no, oh no, oh no, I just realized the pan is a little bit lower. Oh! Okay, stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop. Unfortunately, this autofocus footage is the only one I've got, because when I saw the performance of the nozzle, I thought, okay, let's not publish this video and forget it ever existed. But I changed my mind. I thought that there could be some value in this video, or maybe we can even make another nozzle. Anyway, so the nozzle was leaking a lot, even though I didn't realize it at the time. And for that reason, only some of the plastic made through the nozzle. and the pan, yeah, it was not heating.
You can see the threads are covered with plastic, that's where it was leaking.
I believe I can make a nozzle that will print. I believe I can make a nozzle that will print and fry an egg at the same time, though I'll probably need to make some design changes, reconsider using cast iron, and I suppose we'll need to do a bit of printer modification. But I think it's doable. If this video does pretty well, then I'll make a second part. And you can help out by pressing like.